Hey guys, this is Vanessa.
I'm Alyssa.
Kalia.
And we are in the Greensboro Science Center to do the part
Second
to do the second part of the project.
Is the aquarium? So this is a cute little picture of us at the aquarium, and this is what it looked like on the inside when we came in. And now I will start telling you about our first organism. The first species we did was the moon jellyfish. The scientific name is Aurelia aurita. It is from phylum Cnidaria, which is characterized by the presence of cnidoblasts with stinging tentacles, and they also have radial symmetry and are exclusively aquatic. The classification of the moon jellyfish is in Kingdom Animalia, phylum Cnidaria, class Scyphozoa, order Semaeostomae, family Omaridae, and genus Aurelia. For mode of nutrition, moon jellies are chemoheterotrophs. They gain energy by consuming small plankton and animals like that, and it's converted to energy within them. For their reproduction life cycle, they have a maximum lifespan of 8 to 12 months, but the longest that one has ever lived in the wild is 2 years. They grow slowly during the colder months and quickly during the spring months. They reach sexual maturity between 4 to 6 months. Moon jellyfish reproduce through gametic meiosis by external fertilization. So what happens is the male jellyfish releases sperm filaments, and the female fish uses her cilia to help the sperm reach her eggs. After the eggs are fertilized, they're released, and then development begins apart from the mother in the ocean. So for the source, we've got the pictures from the Greensboro Science Center. The range, they can be found in all oceans except the Arctic Ocean. They're heavily found in the coastal waters in all of North and South America, Eurasia, southern Greenland, and Australia. They originated in North/South America, and for the distribution, they travel in groups called smacks. They display a clumped pattern, so wherever you see one, you're sure to find others close by. For their habitat, they live in ocean water in areas where the temperature is between 6 and 19 degrees Celsius. They live the best in water 17 degrees Celsius and up. Some live about 200 to 1,000 meters below the water, while others like to stay close to the coastline and the shore. They range in where in the ocean they live in, which directly affects their size. So in the wild, they're found in all different sizes depending on where they live and the type of water that they live in. However, they all prefer tropical water with warmer temperatures. For their ecological role, even though they look harmless, moon jellies can be seen as predators. They consume planktons and small and large fish, and because of this, large populations of moon jellies threaten many species that help regulate ocean life because they will completely wipe out those species, and if those species aren't there to maintain that part of the ocean, then that part of the ocean really struggles. When kept small, populations of these jellyfish help maintain a balance with small organisms in the ocean. They keep the number of the other organisms that they eat at a lower number. However, when resources are abundant and these populations grow, they can be harmful to sea life. That directly affects humans because it lowers the food supply we receive from the ocean. These jellyfish are an invasive species, but when under control, they help regulate populations of smaller ocean organisms.
The next species is the bat star, also known as Pteria minida. They are usually reddish-orange and can be found in a variety of colors such as brown, green, purple, and pink. They often have 5 to 9 arms that extend from the center of the body. The end of each arm has an eye spot that is used to detect light. The underside of the arms are tube feet that makes them able to move. The kingdom is Animalia. The phylum is Echinodermata. The class is Asteroidea. The order is Valvatida. The family is Asterinidae. And the genus is Pteria. The mode of nutrition, the bat star is an omnivore, so they gain their energy by scavenging around and preying on other sea stars, algae and tunicate worms. For the reproduction and life cycle, the bat star has a very long breeding period and they produce all year long, but more in the late spring and early winter. The male discharges sperm and the female discharges their eggs from the pores near the bases of their arms. Fertilization occurs in the water and the egg develops in an embryo and later into a larvae. The larvae then settle and develop into bat stars. The life cycle of many bat stars could live up to 5 to 35 years. The source, range, and dispersion. We saw this animal in the Greensboro Science Center, and they can be found among rocks, surf grass, sandy bottoms, and in low interdial subtotal zones. Their depth is in 151 feet, 290 meters. They range from Alaska to Benja, California, and places in Mexico. They often travel together and would be seen in clumps feeding off a decaying animal. The bat stars are often found on sandy and rocky bottoms. The ecological role, they are a very important part of the ecosystem, and their key role is cleaning up the sea floor and keeping it free from algae and dead animals. They are very vulnerable to threats like pollution in the water and habitat loss. So this is us on our way to Lowe's to find our third organism. The final organism that we did was the fern, and the species name is the Trichophyta. So ferns are plants that do not have flowers, and they are the second most diverse group of vascular plants on Earth. The phylum is the Tetridophyte. The kingdom is the Plantae. The class is the Polypodicida. The order is the Polypodilus. The family is the Aspleniaceae. The genus is the Asplenium. So the mode of nutrition, it uses the process of photosynthesis to generate energy. Ferns are autophones, so they use light as a source to synthesize organic substances such as the product of sugar. The reproduction and life cycle. Fern is recognized as a sporophyte, so the diploid sporophyte produces haploid spores by mitosis, the same process that produces eggs and sperms in animals and flowering plants. In sexual reproduction, a haploid spore grows into a haploid gametophyte. If there is enough moisture, the gametophyte is fertilized and grows into a diploid sporophyte. So the sporophyte produces the spores and completes the life cycle. The source and range and the dispersion. I found this organism at Lowe's. So ferns are one of the oldest groups of plants on Earth, with fossil record dating back to 383 to 393 million years ago. Geographically, ferns are most abundant in the tropics, so the Arctic and the Arctic regions have fewer species. Also they are seen in Costa Rica, and they are mostly found in all over North America and north of Mexico. Ferns grow in scattered random clumps across rocky surfaces. So the ferns are extremely diverse in habitat form and reproductive methods. They range from 1 to 1.5 centimeters tall to huge tree fern 10 to 25 meters in height. Some are twining and vine-like, others float under surface of ponds. The majority of ferns inhabit warm, damp areas of the earth. They mostly grow in tropical areas and they increase when they have a lot of moisture. Few are found in dry or cold places. Ecological role, they provide microhabitat as well as shelter and shade to small animals. They provide a source of food or medicine for animals, including people. Certain countries use it as a ceremonial or like a spiritual use, so it's important to them. They also filter toxins such as heavy metals from environment and provide a bioindicator for the health of an ecosystem.
Thank you for watching.
Now enjoy some bloopers and some videos from the aquarium. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.
Hello.
Hi. So we found out that they have ears. Hello. Hello. Hey, shark. How does he not eat them? Like, are you vegetarian?
So on our way back from the science center, it was storming really hard. Our umbrella almost broke and we were walking really fast to get to the car. I think we deserve extra credits for this good and fabulous project. Thank you.